Picture this: a time before the Philippines as we know it today, where early human life began to take shape. The first evidence of human life in the Philippines takes us back about 67,000 years to the discovery of the Calao man. Fast forward a few thousand years, and we encounter the Taban man, another significant figure in the early history of the Philippines. These early discoveries paint a picture of an archipelago teeming with life, long before the written annals of history. The first wave of migration occurred about 30,000 years ago, when people crossed land bridges connecting the Philippines to mainland Asia. These early inhabitants, with their primitive tools and rudimentary cultures, were the bedrock of what eventually became the Filipino civilization. As we delve deeper into the past, we'll see how these early inhabitants laid the groundwork for the Filipino civilization. In the heart of the islands, distinct cultures and societies began to emerge, shaping the social fabric of the early Philippines. This period saw the formation of early societies, each with its own unique customs, values, and traditions, yet all connected by a shared sense of community. One key element of this early societal structure was the barangay system. Barangays were small autonomous districts, each led by a datu or chieftain. The datu wielded considerable authority, settling disputes, leading communal projects, and making key decisions for the community. These leaders were not just figureheads, but were central to the cohesion and survival of these early societies. These societies were not homogeneous. A complex social hierarchy existed, with the datus at the top, followed by the freemen, then the serfs, and finally, the slaves. Each class had its own roles and responsibilities, contributing to the society in their unique ways. Cultural practices were as diverse as the islands themselves. From the Visayan warriors' tattooing rituals to the intricate weaving techniques of the Ifugao people, these practices not only served functional purposes, but also embodied the values and beliefs of their respective societies. Belief systems were deeply rooted in nature, with a pantheon of deities and spirits believed to govern the natural world. These beliefs influenced every aspect of daily life, from the rituals performed for a good harvest to the taboos observed to ward off misfortune. Trade was also a significant part of these early societies. The Philippines, with its strategic location, became a hub of trade in Southeast Asia. Goods such as gold, beeswax, and pearls were exchanged with neighboring regions, fostering intercultural exchange and economic prosperity. These early societies, with their rich tapestry of cultures and traditions, laid the foundations for the Filipino identity. They were the bedrock upon which the Filipino nation was built, an identity that, despite external influences and internal changes, has remained resilient and vibrant. These early societies were the bedrock of the Filipino identity, an identity that would continue to evolve. The Philippines' strategic location drew the attention of powerful foreign entities, influencing its cultural landscape. Nestled right in the heart of Southeast Asia, it became a crossroads for diverse cultures and influences. Indianized kingdoms, for instance, made their way into the archipelago, bringing with them the rich cultures of the Indian subcontinent. This cultural infusion introduced the locals to the philosophies of Hinduism and Buddhism, shaping their spiritual beliefs and practices. Simultaneously, the impact of Chinese trade cannot be overstated. Chinese merchants, with their vast array of goods, frequented the Philippine shores, fostering a vibrant trade network. As they exchanged silk, ceramics, and other commodities, they also shared their customs and traditions. This confluence of cultures from India and China, among others, didn't just enrich the material culture of the Filipinos. It also reshaped their societal norms, practices, and belief systems. These external influences added a new dimension to the local culture, setting the stage for a significant shift in the coming centuries. From the dawn of civilization to the emergence of distinct societies, the early Philippines was a melting pot of diverse influences. This vibrant land was first inhabited by early humans who lived off the bountiful resources of the archipelago, forming the bedrock of Filipino civilization. With time, these early communities evolved into more complex societies, each with their unique cultures and traditions. Throughout this period, external powers played a significant role, introducing new ideas and practices that further enriched the cultural milieu. Trade and interactions with neighboring regions brought about technological advancements, religious beliefs, and social structures that left an indelible mark on the societal fabric. This rich history underscores the complexity and diversity of the early Philippines, a tapestry woven with strands of indigenous cultures and external influences. As we close this chapter of history, we appreciate the rich tapestry of the early Philippines that has shaped the nation's identity today.